The Cavaliers clinched the playoff spot already with 18 games left in the season. Are the Cavaliers for real?
I think. I mean, I don't think you could sustain this for this long and not be for real. I don't think you can.
Mm,
Between them and OKC, who are, I think they're trying to go for a record in point differential, the most point
mhm,
differential ever in the season. Um, Between them and KC, they're at the cream of the crop right now. You know what I'm saying? They look like they're heading for each other. And for you betters, you might want to go ahead and set that up right now. You can get a real good money setting up
mhm.
Cleveland versus OKC in the championship. Uh,
Really? OKC and Cleveland in the
yeah,
championship. That's what you
yep.
betting on.
You can
I,
who gonna win the Eastern and who gonna win the Western.
okay. I mean, I'm you know how the NBA is.
Yeah, man.
Everything
Yeah.
is everything you gotta wait your turn. And I don't know if Cleveland has waited their turn yet.
Yeah.
Boston,
They haven't did that build up like
right,
Milwaukee did. Like they build up, got there a little bit, looked like they was gonna do it, then they didn't, and then finally did it. Then
right.
Boston kind of got up like they was gonna do it, and then they finally
And
did
then
it. They
they
didn't do
finally
that.
did it.
Cleveland didn't
Right.
do that. Yeah.
They hadn't
Cleveland
done
don't have
that
that
yet. They didn't go to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose in Game 7 yet.
right, right.
NBA seems to operate like there's only a few teams that come out of the blue that didn't wait their turn. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
so
yeah. I
we'll
mean,
see.
it might be a similar like Miami was that year. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? They came out of nowhere, and got there, but they still got to go through Boston. You got to you got to knock the champs off. If you ain't knocking the
Exactly.
champs off, then what are we talking about right now?
Right, right. And OKC still will have to face Denver at some point. And Jokic, right now, Jokic is bored.
Hey, hey, Jokic got his payback. Like they beat him by 20 points, and then Denver came back the next night and beat them by 20 points. So
That's what I'm
Jokic
saying.
said, "We ain't gone nowhere. We ain't gone nowhere."
Right, right. Let's not be fooled by the fact they're what fourth or fifth in the conference right now. They're
Yeah.
just bored.
Yep.
Jokic. I mean, anytime they interview him, he's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
work. Yeah, yeah. It's so nonchalant.
Yeah. He's ready to go play with his horses, man. That's all he.
Right, right.
He like
It's
addicted to
just
horses.
it's just work to him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we'll be following that. Other news out of the NBA, which I thought was interesting. Steph Curry accepted an assistant GM role with
Mm.
Davidson, which I think is pretty cool. He's the first active player, pro player, to
Yeah.
have a role on a college team.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool. I think a lot of colleges should do that with players that actually went to their school. They should hire him in some type of player development role. Like Steph, I mean, they call him an assistant GM, but he's like player development. Probably going to spend a lot of time with the kids during the off season to help develop their game and show them some of the keys to what he did. So
Right.
I think this is great. I like it. This could be something that could really like expand um, the roles of NBA players to help the next generation to come in. Because I feel like the reason the ratings are low for the NBA is
Mhm.
because Steph, LeBron and KD have been carrying this league for over a decade now. It's time
Yeah.
for new blood.
Yeah, really though. I mean, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Is like I said, the face of the NBA right now is older players, and
Older
that's not supposed to
players.
be the case. That should not be the case. There should have been a
Right.
new LeBron came through or something by then. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess they ain't had nobody to sweat since high school. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? In the
Right.
sophomore year of high school. But yeah, they should be go ahead and looking for the new face. They tried to make it Anthony Edwards,
Edwards.
but
Yeah.
I don't know if he could do it. I just don't feel like he could do it.
Yeah. That's not working with him. His team's not doing so well. So
Yeah.
I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, LeBron's been a face of the league for over 20 years. Steph,
Yeah.
I think maybe isn't he going on like his 15th season? You
Uh,
know,
yeah,
something
yeah,
like that because he was drafted in '09 or was it 10? So yeah, like 15, 16 season.
yep,
Chris Paul is going in is in his 19th season. You know, It's time to pass it on, guys. Got to
Yep.
start. The NBA used to be good at this, hyping up the next legend.
Right. Right. They used to be excellent at it.
Yeah,
But and they did it on a kind of timer too. Like they knew when the other person was fading out and they were fading in. The other people was fading in to get them ready for it.
right,
But they
right.
kind of lost that. They don't.
And maybe that was the David Stern. That's what David Stern did. That's like I remember the NBA was on tape delay. The championship game was on tape delay until Magic and Bird was heavily promoted by David Stern in the NBA. It made you like them. They showed you Magic smile all the time, to make you like the Lakers. And he promoted Jordan. He told you Jordan was the next great thing. And he was. He was.
That's exactly what he turned out to be.
He turned out to be. He was right. Told you LeBron was going to be the next great thing. Kobe told you Kobe was going to be the next great thing. Yep. So, but we're not being told that anymore. So,
nah.
Yeah.
I mean, who would be that guy if it's not Anthony Edwards?
I think they should be selling. I think the problem is that the best player in the league. Well, I should say the second best player because I think Jokic is the best. Is Shea Gilgeous. And,
he getting an MVP this year for sure.
Yeah, but he plays for OKC. And I think that's what's hurting the league. If he was in New York, LA, I think that's still the problem with the NBA. They're totally reliant on the big markets.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think that's still their problem.
But you can make whoever you're gonna be that guy. Steph. I mean, Steph did it with his talent too, but they also promoted him. They'll say make sure he's on TV a lot.
Right. But that Oakland, San Francisco area is still a big market.
Yeah.
OKC is probably one of the smaller markets in this league. I mean, they had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden on that team back in the day, and they still wasn't sold that much. Yep. We only knew about them because they made it to the championship game.
So they used to be so quiet over there in the cut over there.
Right.
So quiet. Like, you was like, damn, they got a good team over there.
Right.
I don't care about them at all. Like Westbrook,
right,
Harden, and KD. That's a good team. Yeah. But you didn't hear about them. There was no promotion. There's that little tiny small market.
Right, and it wasn't until the playoff time because I must say OKC have some of the best fans in the league. Right, it's almost like a college atmosphere there, and so when you would see them during the playoffs, like okay, they got a really good team here. But during the regular season, they didn't promote them that much, and so yeah. So they need to do a better job of that. I mean, promote all teams, and I've had enough of seeing the Lakers on Christmas Day. Can I get somebody else on Christmas Day? Come on, NBA. Yeah, I don't want to see the Lakers Warriors on Christmas Day anymore. Tired of it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So, but anyway, building the next NBA. Since we're on the subject of that. The next players to come to the NBA are on their way, right? Yep. Tournament time. It is tournament time. Conference tournaments are happening as we speak. We will be following it and preparing for the big NCAA tournament, and we will have our tournament bracket challenge out there. So make sure you get your bracket out there, and we're gonna call you out. If your bracket stink, we're gonna call you out.
That's right. You're gonna hear it live in color.
That's right.
You better study and pick good.
Pick good, right. Because I we like to give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you a shout out where you made some good picks, but damn it, if you make some terrible ones, we're gonna call you out on those too. Because I saw some bad ones. I was like, this had to be computer generated random picks because nobody with their right mind would make these picks. So, yep, we're getting ready for that. So, watch out for the bracket challenge.
Yep, let's get it.
All right, well, let's wrap this thing up. Check us out. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.